This is Jim Polsley here with Safety Wars on this lovely and glorious Saturday afternoon, enjoying baseball over in Clarkstown. So here's my question for you. We're somewhere around 9 days after this big announcement that there's going to be an emergency regulation promulgated by the Biden administration through OSHA that 100 million workers, 80 to 100 million, probably closer to 100 million, are going to be mandated to have either a vaccination or they're going to require weekly testing. Something I need to point out that really hasn't made the media here is how is probably the most underfunded organization, that's OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and the most understaffed organization, the same organization. How are they going to actually enforce this? Because under the Democrats, usually we go from compliance assistance under the Republicans to compliance enforcement under the Democrats. How exactly are they going to do that? They don't even have enough people and resources to enforce the current laws. Now we're going to add something that's going to impact all these tens of millions of people. Probably hasn't been well thought out. Second thing is this may be all moot because of number one is all these lawsuits that are going on with state of Arizona at this point has filed a couple, and a couple of other states going against any mandate. First of all, they haven't issued a regulation, so I don't really understand how you're going to file a lawsuit if they haven't done anything yet, and it's all rhetoric, number one. And number two is if they don't have the resources to enforce it, this may all be a moot point to begin with. All right, so it would be just another regulation, sort of like the sanitation standard, right? That really doesn't get enforced. Or it may be a general duty clause type situation like it currently is, where it's extremely difficult to enforce the general duty clause under OSHA, which is that every worker has a right to a safe and healthful workplace, free of recognized hazards. So, I don't know. But we forget about a couple of lines down from the general duty clause that if you're a worker now you have to obey federal law, right? All the occupational safety and health laws and any other laws and regulations that are promulgated under the Occupational Safety and Health Act. So we're in for quite a ride here in the next year or so if these mandates go through. Something else to remember, the last time OSHA instituted an emergency standard was, I believe, 1983. They've done it 9 times. So far, the last time being 1983, that's almost 2 generations ago. And that standard was knocked down by the courts. And it's a matter of fact, 2/3 of the time these standards are knocked down by the courts. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Enjoy your Saturday. And we'll be back next week with our regular podcast. In September, we're talking about disaster preparedness. Have a nice day.